Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today we're going to be talking about how do you transition from one field to the other when you're going from a bachelor's to a master's program. Now this is a very common transition I see, and I work with applicants every single day, so I know that most of you, I'll tell you the most common ones that I come across. They are number one, if you're from an engineering field, any other field but computing, and you're moving towards a CS program. This is very common because there are a lot of people who get into programs like ECE and mechanical during their bachelor's, and then they don't find a job in that core field, so they go for IT jobs, and then they want to switch for basically go for a master's degree in the same field. So that's the number one kind of people. Number two kind of people that I come across very commonly is people who are already working in the CS domain 2 or 3 years, or maybe a little bit more work experience, and they want to go into the management field. So they look at programs like MIS, MEM, there's programs like the MBA. So these transitions are very common, and they happen almost every single day, and I come across these a lot. But let me tell you, these are just the most common ones. This is not to say that people don't go from this field of CS to biomedicine. I've come across people like that as well. I've come across people who are going from fields like in electrical engineering to music. It's really very diverse. But at the same time, I'm just telling you the most common ones, and I'm telling you a strategy for those most common ones. How do you go ahead, build your profile in a way that this works for you? How do you go ahead and build your profile in a way that this goes to show the admissions committee that you are a good applicant and a good fit for this program, and the transition will work for you smoothly? Okay, because every university is concerned about whether you'll be able to tackle the program, whether you'll be able to take on the stress, because the program is going to be, of course, it's a master's program, it's not going to be easy, right? So every university is concerned about that, and they can reject you based on that if you don't really have any background. So let me tell you the three most important points, and then I'll give you one bonus point on how you can go ahead and build your profile. So the number one point is if you have some work experience from the new field. Like I said, if you go ahead, get a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering, but then later on you start working at TCS, you get some experience in programming, in coding, and you're doing some big projects over there. This makes sense, right? It just makes sense that you are switching from the field because you have some work experience, you liked what you're doing, and you feel that you will have a better future in this field. So you want to get a formal education over there. So number one, work experience is a great factor. Number two, if you're going for, let's say, research, right? And if you have some research experience, let's say your bachelor's was in mechanical engineering, and now you have some research experience in the field of, you could have management, or in the field of CS, you have some machine learning research experience maybe, right? If you have that research experience, it will be a massive advantage. Given that you've published some papers, I'm not just saying research experience as in you've done some projects at home. No, you should have some papers published in reputed journals, international reputed journals. If you have done that, you've attended conferences, you've done the journals, you've basically published your papers, you will see huge success in your applications. Trust me, if you have 2 or 3 papers, that's usually the key, the mark where I see that, 2 or 3 papers, if someone has, it's generally very impacting. 1 paper, maybe not so much, but 2 or 3 would really boost your profile up. So make a note of that. And point number 3 over here, guys, is if you have some online courses and projects in the new field that you're transitioning to. Now, this is probably the least important point or the least important factor, but at the same time, if you have nothing else, this is still better than nothing. It's better than showing that I have no experience in that field and I'm just going over there, because that is a way to get yourself sure shot rejected. But if you have some online courses, some projects, you can still say that, look, I tried these and I feel that this is a much better fit to me. I feel that this is what I want to do. I want to go ahead in this field and I want to gain some experience as well. And before I do that, I want some formal education. That would still make sense. But you shouldn't be so out of touch of your new field that you have really nothing going on over there and just you just want to transition over there. But why do you want to transition? You don't really know that. So that's the way to make things go wrong for yourself. Okay, so those are the 3 pointers, and now I'll give you the bonus tip, guys. If you have worked with some of the professors, some of the people in the industry who are from the new field, or if you even know them and they're willing to recommend you to the admissions committee, get those LORs from those people. Of course, the more reputed they are, the better it is for you, right? If you can get reputed LORs from people in the new field who can tell the admissions committee, look, we think that this person is going to do very well in this field, and you should take him just because of that. You have my word. And my word, as in, if I am a reputed person in the field that you're transitioning to, right? That makes sense because my word will have some weightage, right? So keep that in mind, guys. Just make sure your recommenders are good and they're from this new field that you want to transition to, and you will see that this will work magically. Okay, if you still want to see the admits and rejects of people who are basically going ahead changing their streams, what you can do is you can go ahead, take a look at the YMGrad admits and rejects. We guys are very transparent. All the data is present on the website. We don't add it. The people who actually add it are the students themselves. So go ahead, take a look at the data, take a look at how people are transitioning from one field to the other. What are their profiles like? What is their resume looking like? And at the end of the day, you will be able to compare that with your own profile, and you'll be able to see where you stand in terms of the universities, the admits, the rejects. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in more content like this, there's a lot more on my Instagram. Make sure to follow me over there and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because there's a lot more content coming your way. Thank you so much for watching this video. Goodbye and take care for now.